In today's interconnected world, borders are more than just lines on a map. They represent history, identity, power, and often unresolved conflict. Many international borders were drawn through wars, colonial agreements, or political compromises, leaving behind deep-rooted tensions that still persist today. While globalization has brought nations closer economically, geopolitical rivalries, territorial disputes, and military buildups continue to threaten stability in several regions. Some borders remain heavily militarized, others are disputed diplomatically, and a few are considered flashpoints that could ignite large-scale conflict if tensions escalate further. Understanding these borders is essential to grasp the fragile balance of global peace and security. Today we will talk about top 10 borders that could start the next war. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. India-Pakistan border, line of control. The border between India and Pakistan, particularly the line of control, LOC, in the region of Kashmir, is one of the most volatile in the world. Since their independence in 1947, both countries have fought multiple wars over Kashmir. Frequent ceasefire violations, cross-border firing, and militant activities keep tensions high. What makes this border especially dangerous is that both nations are nuclear-armed, meaning any major escalation could have catastrophic global consequences. Diplomatic efforts have occasionally reduced tensions, but deep mistrust and political pressures on both sides make this conflict one of the most persistent flashpoints. 2. North Korea. South Korea border, DMZ. The border between North Korea and South Korea is defined by the Korean Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, one of the most heavily fortified borders on Earth. Technically, the Korean War never ended with a peace treaty, leaving the two nations in a state of ongoing tension. North Korea's nuclear weapons program and frequent missile tests have heightened fears of conflict. Meanwhile, South Korea, backed by the United States, maintains strong military readiness. Even small incidents in this region could rapidly escalate into a larger confrontation involving multiple global powers. 3. China-Taiwan Strait. The tension between China and Taiwan is one of the most closely watched geopolitical issues today. China considers Taiwan a breakaway province and has not ruled out the use of force to reunify it with the mainland. Taiwan, on the other hand, operates as a self-governing democracy with its own military and political system. The Taiwan Strait has seen increasing military activity, including Chinese naval exercises and air incursions. The involvement of the United States, which supports Taiwan, adds another layer of complexity, making this border dispute a potential trigger for a major international conflict. 4. Russia-Ukraine. Border. The border between Russia and Ukraine has become a major global flashpoint, especially since the Russia-Ukraine war. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the full-scale invasion in 2022 have led to ongoing military conflict, economic sanctions, and global instability. This border is not just a regional issue, but a confrontation involving NATO, European security, and global energy markets. Continued fighting or escalation could draw in more countries, increasing the risk of a wider war. 5. Israel-Palestine border. The conflict between Israel and Palestine remains one of the most complex and emotional disputes in the world. Disagreements over land, sovereignty, and political recognition have led to decades of violence. Areas such as the Gaza Strip and the West Bank are frequent sites of clashes, military operations, and humanitarian crises. The involvement of neighboring countries and global powers makes this border highly sensitive. Any escalation can quickly spread beyond the region, affecting broader Middle Eastern stability. 6. China-India border, Ladakh region. The disputed border between China and India in the Ladakh region has seen increasing tensions in recent years. Both countries have engaged in military standoffs, including deadly clashes in 2020. The lack of a clearly defined border, known as the Line of Actual Control, LAC, adds to the uncertainty. As two of the world's largest and most populous nations, both with nuclear capabilities, any conflict here could have far-reaching consequences for global stability. 7. Greece-Turkey maritime border, The maritime boundary dispute between Greece and Turkey in the eastern Mediterranean is another potential flashpoint. The disagreement centers around territorial waters, airspace, and rights to natural resources such as gas reserves. Both NATO members have engaged in military exercises and confrontations in the region. Historical tensions and national pride further complicate the situation, making even minor incidents potentially dangerous. 8. Armenia-Azerbaijan border, Nagorno-Karabakh. The conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan over Nagorno-Karabakh has resulted in multiple wars and ongoing tensions. Although ceasefires have been negotiated, sporadic fighting continues. The region's strategic importance and ethnic divisions make it highly unstable. External influences, including regional powers, further complicate peace efforts. 9. Venezuela-Guyana border. The territorial dispute between Venezuela and Guyana over the Essequibo region has gained attention due to recent developments. Rich in natural resources, including oil, this area has become increasingly contested. Political tensions and military posturing have raised concerns about possible conflict, particularly as economic pressures influence decision-making in the region. 10. Serbia-Kosovo border. The border between Serbia and Kosovo remains tense following Kosovo's declaration of independence in 2008, which Serbia does not recognize. Ethnic tensions, political disagreements, and occasional clashes keep the situation unstable. International peacekeeping forces are present, but the potential for escalation remains, especially during periods of political unrest. Borders are often symbols of sovereignty, but they can also become fault lines of conflict when history, politics, and identity collide. The 10 borders discussed above represent some of the most dangerous flashpoints in the world today. While diplomacy and international cooperation have prevented large-scale wars in many cases, the risk of escalation remains ever present. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.